A big hi to everyone at Wiltshire Libraries. Hi there. I'm Jasbinder Bilan and I'm the author of Asha and the Spirit Bird, this book here. Now, during lockdown, what have I been doing? I have been doing lots of walks, walking by the river with my dog Enzo, and I've also been doing lots of gardening, and I've been planting seeds, sunflowers. I've got some sunflowers out there. And I hope you've all been going out and about as well. Now, a little bit about Asha. Asha is about 11-year-old Asha who lives in the foothills of the Himalaya, and she has to go on a really dangerous quest across the mountains with her best friend Jeevan. And in the mountains there are snow leopards, tigers, and lots of other really dangerous things. So she goes on a very dangerous journey in search of her missing father. Now, her father's working away in the city of Sandapur, and they haven't heard from him for about 4 months, and she decides to go and find out what's happened. And throughout this journey, she's guided by the spirit of her grandmother in the form of a lammergeier, a Himalayan bird of prey. I want to show you, before I'm going to read you a little bit from here, from the beginning, but before I do that, I want to show you my notebook. Now, when I wrote Asha and the Spirit Bird, I had lots of notebooks, and in these notebooks I wrote down my thoughts and maybe drew some pictures and things. So this is one of my notebooks, and I picked it because I really like the colour red. And I want to just open it up and I want to show you. It's got lots of scrawls in it, and this little bit here, if you like writing, maybe you might do something like this. So what you have to make sure is that your main character changes through your journey. And what I've written here is Asha at the start. So Asha at the start, she's young, always lived on a farm, protected by the mountains, by the huge Himalayas that are there, lots of wildlife. The outside world intrudes to change things for her. And then Asha, in the middle of the story, she's on her way to the city. She doesn't know if she's going to make it. There are so many obstacles in the way, lots and lots of dangers. And then Asha at the end, so she still doesn't know if she's going to be able to save the farm, and she really hopes that she can. But she's developed resilience and she's developed strength. And another little section that I thought you might like to see is, here it is. A little brainstorm there. I don't know if you can kind of see. A little brainstorm. And this is something that you can do as well. So I've got strange events. So these are just kind of little notes for me when I was writing. So I've got some strange things that can happen because Asha has a special power. She was born during a thunderstorm and she has kind of a special power. So I've written down a few things here, like curtains blowing but there being no wind, a glass breaking, things falling off surfaces, maybe feeling a hand on her forehead. Okay, so a little section from the beginning of the book. Are you ready? Here we go. I crouched close to the bittersweet straw in the cowshed, last night's strange dream racing through my heart. The cow shuffled to make room as I steady myself and duck low along the floor. I prise my fingers under the heavy stone, pulling out the small wooden box. My hands tremble as I lift the lid, carefully unfold Papa's last letter and trace his address across the fragile yellow paper. 102 Connaught Place, Sandapur. He's been working away for 8 long months, and I don't know why he hasn't written since the half moon in May, 4 months ago. I brush away my salty tears with the back of my hand, and even though I know his letter off by heart, read each word as if he were right here with me. Dearest Asha, the city is so different to Manali. It's busy and full of people. Working in the factory isn't too bad, but I'd much rather be home with you all. I know you'll be studying hard at school and helping Ma. I miss you every day and promise I'll come back for your special birthday on Diwali. Always remember that I love you, Papa. I begin to refold the letter, but the clang of the spare cowbell startles me. It's swinging from a hook in the far corner, where not a breath of air can reach it. And suddenly I'm back in the frozen landscape of my dream, lost in the ice wilderness of the Himalayas. I press my back against Tulsi's steamy body and struggle to calm her. The cows are spooked too. I put the letter in my pocket and follow the bell as it moves from side to side through the whisper-still air. Goosebumps spike my arms and beads of cold sweat prickle my forehead, even though the shed is blazing with heat. I keep my eyes fixed on the bell, grab Papa's scarf from the shelf and wind it round my neck. I breathe in his comforting scent to stop the panic rising. Then the bell sounds again, this time even more loudly, echoing into the air like a death toll. I'm about to run and tell Ma, but stumble when I hear Jeevan outside shouting my name, his urgent footsteps pounding closer and closer. He bursts in, sending straw and dust flying everywhere. Asha! His face is red hot, and fear sparks in his brown eyes. Asha, come quick! Your Ma needs you! So, if you want to find out what happens next, you can borrow this book from any of the Wiltshire libraries. I hope you've enjoyed that little session.